What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up Real Talk. I'm your boy Serge.
And I'm Cerone. Tonight's show will be one of a kind, so you do not want to miss it. So stay tuned and have some fun with us, talk with us. See you there.
Going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime.
Yo, what is going on? I'm your boy Serge.
And I'm Cerone.
Welcome to Straight Up Real Talk. We got a dope show for you guys. We got a special guest, but Cerone, let everybody know where they can reach us and follow us at.
Yes. Welcome, everyone. You can reach us on Facebook at Serge and Cerone. You can reach us on Instagram at Straight Up Real Talk _show. And of course, you can reach us on YouTube, Straight Up Real Talk. We are there. Also, thanks to our listeners on Spotify, on Google Podcast, and actual Apple Podcast. What's going on with my tongue today? I don't know what's going on. So you can definitely reach us.
What have you been doing?
I don't know, right? So Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts, you can reach us there because we have been getting a lot of love on there. Continue showing us the love there. Just reach us out and give us. We appreciate everything. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to us because we really need it, and your love is really felt. So appreciate it.
We also have a website, straightuprealtalk.com. Go check that out. We don't promote that as much, but we should. You can see a lot of our past shows up there. You can see our bios. It's just a dope website. So go and check it out. Come season 2, we're going to have merchandise up there and everything. So you'll be able to buy our hoodies and mugs and stuff like that. And so definitely go check out the website now. Let us know what you think. Cerone, so what has been up? Anything new? Don't say the gym.
Well, you already know the gym because trust and believe. This past week, I have been killing it in the gym. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see a picture or two.
Only thing always I see you with the ropes, and you're like, that thing with the ropes.
Those are some killer workouts, though. Because even tonight, I'm repping my guy Fidel Taylor, the shirt. Yes, the Underdog. Yes, I'm repping his shirt tonight. A very good brand, by the way. Go check him out on Instagram. So going on, tired. Also, if you're in North Carolina, there's something called pollen.
Ooh,
that green stuff is horrible. The other day before the gym, I said, you know what? Let me go get this car washed.
Yeah.
By the time I got out from the gym, it was green again, and I was sneezing. It's just crazy.
We don't get that until June, and so it's crazy that you're getting that in like March in North Carolina. That's insane to me.
What's been going on in your neck of the woods?
So it was my birthday over the weekend. So,
yes, it was. Happy 60th.
What? Who said that? I have not even qualified for AARP. Thank you very much. And so I'm definitely nowhere near 60. Shout out to everybody who's 60 and shout out to everybody who would qualify for AARP. God bless you. I'm just not there yet. But so we my bro came into town, so we all celebrated with the family. We went out to brunch, had dinner. I got my usual gifts and stuff like that. And so I pretty much drank. I don't know. Most people don't know I'm not a big drinker. Okay. And so, but I literally drank Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like it was just on and popping. Okay. But I had a good time. Shout out to my son who brought me this hoodie, who instructed me to wear it today. He wanted me to also have my big chain on, but hoodies and chains just don't, because you have to pull the chain out and it's just not going to look good. And so just a hoodie. But I had a good time, and then it was back to work.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Good. Happy belated birthday.
Gracias, amigo.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And also thank you to everybody on Facebook and Instagram who hit me up to say happy birthday. And I'm not like being all like, oh, I have so many, but literally it was like hundreds, and it's impossible for me to like go back and say thank you to every single body. So I'm just saying it here. Thank you to everybody on Instagram and Facebook for the birthday shout outs. I did read them all. It's just impossible to go back and respond to every last single one. So you get a personal shout out from me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Gracias. I hope I'm around next year to do this all again.
Awesome.
All right, moving right along.
Yes, we have a special guest. Heidi's in the building, the fragrance queen. So I'm gonna let her come on, tell you a little bit about her. I've known her for going on 13 years now. We met in the military, and now she's back at the great place. I don't know how great it is, but she's back at the great place doing phenomenal things. So I'm gonna have her come on out, and we're gonna have a great show. Welcome to the show, Heidi. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
I'm doing good. So tell the people about you. You know, give us some info about you.
I know Serge's not gonna like this, but Serge, the gym been up. He's in the gym. Okay, that's number one.
All right. I'm not arguing with you.
You okay with that?
I'm okay with that. I'm not arguing with you.
Okay, but a little bit about me. Yes, I'm in the military. I met Cerone about 13 years ago. That's my little brother. I am into fragrances. I know you mentioned to your audience about how I'm the fragrance queen. That's a big title, Cerone, but I'll take it.
Yes.
I'll take it. So as far back as I could look back, I remember when I was a kid and my dad used to visit the States from Jamaica. He used to bring back colognes. And, you know, there's colognes and there's fragrances. For me, I don't have like a fragrance cologne. I'll wear it as long as it smells good. So I used to steal my dad's cologne and spray it and love it. And that's where my interest is. So I just started this page, Creme Brulee, on Instagram about almost a year ago. And it was just out of fun. I just wanted to share what I wear, share my combo, because I like to layer my perfumes, and just share it with an audience. And it just took off.
Okay.
So when you say layer, like, can you explain exactly what that means when you say you like to layer your perfume?
Yes. So fragrances have different ingredients. And if you use certain ingredients together, they give you something magical. For example, if you use vanilla and chocolate, you get like a chocolate vanilla frappe kind of thing going on. So that's one example. If you put rose together with like musk, it's a great scent. So that's just an example.
I always thought it was literally a faux pas to mix scents together, right? They always say you're not, because it turns into like too much.
No, it's not true. It gives you your signature scent, and people are always going to ask you. For me, I know that works for me and my fragrance community. When you put it together, it gives you a signature scent, and people are always going to ask you, what are you wearing? And even if they try, it might not work for them, or it might, but everybody got their own little thing going on when you put it together.
Because I always thought that you can't wear more than one at one time.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, you just like put one and just you go about your business. Because if you start putting like on top, you're like, hold on, something.
When they don't mix, that's what it is. So not all goes together. So you don't want them to counter each other. You want them to blend with each other. Yeah.
Okay.
So is it true that, because this is what I do and it's probably wrong.
Yeah.
Like I literally spray in the air and then I walk into it. Like I don't spray it on my body because it always seems like it's too much. Like I smell it too much. And I'm like, I think I'm wearing too much cologne. And so I spray it in the air and I walk into it. Like,
so that's a way. So one of the places that holds your cologne or perfume is your hair. So if it goes in your hair, it's going to hold it. And when you walk around, people are going to smell it from your hair. But if you want to keep a lasting effect, it's your pulse point. So behind your ears, on your pulse, that's the places you want to spray it. Behind your knees, those places. So if you do 1-2 spray behind your ears, on your pulse points, behind your knees, that's all you should really do. And then in your hair, you could just walk in it, it'll go in your hair and it stays a long time.
So is it also true that certain fragrances don't go with your natural scent?
I've heard that.
Is that true?
I would say it's the chemistry, and it's just your DNA. Honestly, that's from my experience.
Yeah.
Certain like oud, like certain people like oud, and it's just a strong type of fragrance. It's mostly like Middle Eastern people that wear it. It's very strong. You ever smell somebody from like Dubai or anywhere Middle Eastern? It's so strong. And you're like, what is that? It's oud. That doesn't work for me. It makes me smell not good. It's not pleasant. So it depends on what works for your chemistry. So you kind of have to test it out and see.
Okay.
And just a bit, we have someone in the comment that Tiffany Rogers just said, "Oh, my daughter does that too." I'm just thinking, assuming she's talking about for
Layering.
the layering.
Yes.
Is it the
As
layering
well.
or spraying in the air and walking into it? It's one of the two. So
Yeah.
she's going to have to clarify
I wonder
which
which
one her
Okay.
one.
daughter does. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a
All right.
question for you, Heidi, about oils. You know,
Yes.
sometimes people use oils.
Yes.
Is there like a preference? Does one work better than the other? Or are you just more drawn to perfumes and colognes versus the
So
oils?
for oils, I like a non-scented oil. And right now for me, the Aveeno brand is what I'm using because it's unscented. It's like a oat type of
Mm-hmm.
scent. So it's not really, you don't really smell anything. And I would highly recommend you to use a oil before you use perfume. So for me,
Really?
I take
Oh.
a shower, I oil my skin and moisturize my
Mhm.
skin, then I apply the fragrance to make your fragrance last longer.
Oh, I
Huh,
didn't know that.
me
So
either.
hold on. So you
I
put
didn't know that.
the cologne or fragrance inside the lotion?
No. So you shower,
Uh-huh.
then you use the oil, just oil, not lotion.
Okay.
So
Okay, the
lotion and
oil.
moisturize your skin. You don't have to use
Mhm.
lotion after that because you know the oil moisturize your skin.
Yes.
Then you apply the fragrance, however you do it. If you want to do a Serge and spray and walk in there,
Yeah.
you can do that. If you want to do a Cerone that bathe in it, you can do that. Or if you want to do a Heidi with the pulse point,
A pulse point.
yeah,
Okay.
either
Okay.
or works. But yeah, the
Okay.
oil helps your fragrance last longer, your cologne.
Okay. So
Okay.
Tiffany said she was talking about spraying in the air.
Spread in the air and walk into
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not crazy by myself. Okay.
No, no, no. It's actually a good thing.
Okay.
No, you're
So
not.
Heidi, where do you get your fragrances from a specific place, or do you just find them wherever you want to find them in like Marshalls, online, high-end stores? Like, where
So
do you generally go?
I have a combination. So majority of my fragrance is on post. So I'm in the military,
Mhm.
so it's no tax and they have discounts. So I'm trying to get it cheaper. Right now, I'm in a space right now where companies are sending me perfumes.
Nice.
So I'm in a good space where I just get the perfumes from them. I try it if I like it or not. They don't care. Give an honest review and they send it to me all the time. So right now I'm not really
Wow.
purchasing any. They send it to me.
Oh,
But
wow.
before when I purchased, I kind of go to different places. And I brought some really quick to show y'all. So this is
Awesome.
like Heidiann, right? This is the male
Okay.
version. So
Mhm.
Creed Aventus is a really good one for male. This is a
Okay.
Heidiann, but Heidiann don't mean that. I don't think people should like focus on buying expensive colognes or perfume. This is for men, but women wear it too because
Okay.
it depends on if you like it and it works for you. So
So,
everybody,
so is that like
buy,
a sweet smell?
this is fresh. This is like a fresh.
Okay.
So this
Okay.
is summer
Okay.
friendly. It's
Mhm.
good in the
Okay.
winter too for like cold weather, but summer nights I would wear
Okay.
this. But it gives you fresh. This is a woman version, and this is called Bond Number 9 Tribeca. This is good
Okay.
for women, and this is an all year round. But these are expensive. I wouldn't say get these if you're gonna start out. Start out with
I see NYC on the women's bottle. What does that mean?
New York. So it's Bond Number
Okay.
9. It's just a brand. Bond
Okay,
Number 9
shout out.
New York, but the perfume
All right.
is called Tribeca.
All right.
Is
Shout
the
out to
name.
New York City. Shout out.
Right. And then on the low end, these
Uh-huh.
are really, really good. Valentino, they cost like $100. Where am I?
Okay.
They cost
That's
like
low end?
$100.
Oh,
Wait, that's low end?
That's low
Yes.
end?
Yes, compared to these are 400.
What? Huh?
These.
Shut
Yes.
up.
So this is
What?
half a spray, and that's it.
You said 400?
400.
400?
400. Yes.
Oh, see, I'm gonna have to go to Marshalls and TJ Maxx. I
They don't last long though, Serge. They don't last long.
First of all, if I buy that for $400, like I'm using that very like
Listen,
That's it. One spray for
Listen.
me.
once
You better
a
be-
week.
you better be getting some at the end of the day wearing $400 perfume. you better be getting some at the end of the night.
Oh, wow.
But I do invest in Bath and Body Works. I have a lot,
Okay.
and they have
Okay,
a lot
yeah.
of like knockoff type dupes
Yeah.
of
Okay.
these
Yeah.
fragrances.
Okay, but I do have a question for you though, Heidi.
Mhm.
Like how when you're going out, how do you typically choose your fragrance?
Mhm.
Do you, if you're going to like say brunch,
Mhm.
is it like for a sweet more fragrance or more natural? Like how do you choose
Oh, that's a
which
good
one to
question.
wear to go
Like if
with
you're going out to dinner, do you choose a certain
dinner
one? Or,
versus the movies
So
or
the weather,
yeah.
the weather has a lot to do with it. The time of year has a lot to do with it.
Mhm.
And then if it's a brunch with like It depends on who, because you don't want to wear something to a brunch that's going to offend people. So you have to see the audience. If the audience like fragrances and stuff like that, then I go real hard. I wear something that's sweet and strong.
Okay.
But if it's say like my work, people from my work, most of them can't take fragrance. So I have to be something light. So I'll choose something that's fresh, not sweet. It's just fresh and a little bit, not a lot.
Okay.
So it depends on the time of year, because fragrances, you have to choose them by the year. Some, if you were in the hot weather, it doesn't get any projection off of it. And then others, if you were in the winter, same thing, because it's not a winter type fragrance.
Okay. So we have a question here we have it from True Ducati. It said, is Creed worth it?
I say yes, but I would definitely say don't blind buy it. I would go to Nordstrom or Saks or somewhere and get a sample of it, because I love it. My husband's love it. This is for my husband. He loves it. He used it. He's a one sprayer because it's expensive. It was a birthday.
Yeah.
Like, listen, one spray. Because that's expensive, but it's very fresh. It's very friendly. A lot of people have it because you can't go wrong with it. But I'll definitely say get your nose on it first.
Okay. So pretty much get a tester.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it true that you shouldn't wear cologne or perfume in the rain? Like, does it wear well in the rain? Like, if you're getting wet and you like, I don't tend to wear cologne or perfume if I know it's raining, because I always feel like I just don't think it's gonna smell right.
No, it doesn't stop anything. It doesn't change the projection or the smell or the ingredients.
That's good to know. Okay.
Interesting.
That's good to know, because I always thought for some reason why it was not going to smell good, like if I got wet.
Yeah, no, it doesn't change anything.
I thought that too.
Right? Yeah. I literally never wear cologne in the rain, because I'm like, it's gonna smell bad.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay. All right, cool. Not bad.
So I know I just have one other question before we get off this topic. So if you're buying, what is the perfect cologne or perfume gift to buy someone that's kind of like middle of the road? So not cheap, not expensive, like literally like middle of the road for someone you actually like. Not like a coworker grab gift. Like someone you really like.
So a safe place for male and female, both?
Yeah, either one. Yeah, both.
So for fragrances, I would say Christian Dior for male is a good one, or Prada Black. I would say, let me switch that around. Prada Black. When you get a chance, try Prada Black. It's safe, it's good, it's cheap. You could get it for like $80 is the minimum. I know y'all like $80, but it's a big bottle.
No, that's not bad. No,
that one is not bad at all.
Yeah, $80 is good.
Yeah. It's an older perfume,
because
cologne,
I go to Macy's.
You go to Macy's? Why don't you go on Post? It's cheaper.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
No tax, and they have the discounts where you get 15% off, 20% off.
And so we have a couple of questions. They probably didn't catch it. So so Robert Dean is asking, is there a proper way to wear cologne? So Heidi, if you want to just go through the 3 ways that we talked about.
Hi, Robert. Yes, there's a proper way. So first, I talked about the moisturizing with an oil. So you could get your favorite oil, and I mentioned the Avena oil that I use. It's really, really good. It's unscented, and it's best to use unscented oils only because you don't want it to interfere with the fragrance that you're wearing. So your body oil, unscented preferably, you layer your skin, then you could spray either over your head. That's a Serge way. That's and that's a way. It's a good way too, because your hair maintains that fragrance.
Okay.
You could spray in the air, Robert. You could walk in it and just let your body just absorb that fragrance. You could spray it on your pulse points, because that lasts every day. So you spray behind your ears, you spray behind your pulse point on your arm and behind your legs. That's a good place. Or just on your neck. That's a good place to spray it. Or you could just spray on your body. Either way. But make sure you moisturize. That's key first.
Okay. Okay, nice. We have another one.
John,
Yeah. What is your thoughts on fragrance oils? Yay or nay?
Yay, 100%. It lasts longer. So if you have a rose fragrance, a vanilla fragrance, and you get a vanilla oil, it just makes your scent elevate. So I'm 100% with fragrance oils. They're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they? Last question about this. Are oils generally cheaper than regular fragrances? That's what
they are.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So no, that was like really good information. A lot of that
was because
I know, right? I didn't know. Yeah.
That definitely blew my mind. And now I'm gonna try the Serge way.
I'm telling you,
do
it in the air and just like let it just like do what it do.
Do what it do. Going to work.
I always feel like I tried to do the pulse points, but I always feel like
it's not enough.
I think it's too much. Like I smell it strongly throughout the day, and I always feel like I put too much on.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Sometimes you put it on, and then depending on your type of job that you do, you start to sweat. And then when the sweat and the cologne mixes, I'm like,
And
Yeah.
don't
like
rub
that.
it, Serge and Cerone, please. When you apply your fragrance, you know, people spray on their neck and they're like, please don't do that.
Oh, see,
Because
that's
there's
me. See, when
different
I was doing it,
notes.
I'm like this with my
No.
wrist.
Yeah, like I'm like this.
Serge, no. There's a top note, a middle note, and a base note. If you
Okay.
rub, it takes away everything else, and they gotta like combine to give you what the fragrance is
Oh.
giving as far as the last final scent. So if you rub off the top, you rub off the middle, you just get in the bottom and it doesn't smell the same way.
See, I did not know
I did
that.
not
I'm
know
like,
that.
rub.
Because typically when I do like, like,
No,
and then I like,
leave it. Spray and leave it.
okay,
Yeah.
I'll take
This
it from
is,
you.
I know this is a good, like,
Yeah,
right?
I'll take it from
Learned a
you.
lot. No,
Yeah, so we're going to
seriously, learned a lot about this.
transition because
Yes.
today is International Women's Day.
Yes,
And
it
it's so
is.
befitting that we have a woman on the
I know
flip
it
side.
was not even planned.
Word
Everybody,
out.
it
Look at
literally
that.
was not
I know,
planned.
right? So it's
It was
so
not planned.
so this day is termed because International Women's Day is a global holiday
Yeah.
celebrated annually on March 8th as a focal point of the women's right movement, bringing attention to issues such as gender equality, reproductive rights, and violence and abuse against women. And as we know,
Yeah.
in recent months, women's right has been slowly been taken away. For some women who want to have an abortion, they cannot have. You know, they have to go to other states or they have to die trying to have a child. So happy International Women's Day. A lot more needs to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I do want to say I literally didn't even know it was International Women's Day. I watched the
right.
news this morning. I didn't hear anything about it. I didn't know
Mhm.
anything really until Cerone, like right before the show. You was like, "Hey, did you know it was?" And I'm like, "Nope, didn't know that." And so they need to do a better job at like letting
Mhm.
people know if you want people to like celebrate these days and holidays, whatever case may
Mhm.
We
be.
need the information
They,
out.
yeah, they need to make it a more
I
awareness
agree.
about it because I had no clue it's International Women's Day.
Yeah, but
And so shout out to all the women out there.
yes, yes,
Yes.
thank you for all that
And
you do.
yeah, exactly. And so we are about to move on to hot topics. And I used hot topics for a reason because we're going to talk about the great Wendy Williams. And I say great kind of like
Woo-hoo.
loosely, but the
Wendy.
great Wendy Williams. And so it's so funny because we were supposed to talk about Wendy Williams for the past 2 weeks,
Mhm.
but we literally kept like not being able to get around to it because we ran out of time.
Look at that
And
beautiful
so,
picture of Wendy.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Gorgeous.
what was that?
She's
She's
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Those
Okay.
cheekbones.
So
She is.
and
Serge.
so no, let me stop. No, I'm kidding. I'm just being funny.
Yes.
And so Wendy Williams has been seen recently, and she's been looking really good. All jokes aside, she's been looking good. She's been sounding good. Like she's been moving better. And she talked about potentially getting back on TV. She
I
said she
miss
didn't
her.
want to. Yeah, no, I do too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah. And so so we were just shouting her out. Really, it'd be good to see her back in some capacity. I've been
Mhm.
saying like I think she should do like a video podcast where she's just sitting back, just talking and chatting like she was
Yeah.
doing on the radio. Like I used to tune into Wendy in the 90s. I mean, that's how I met Wendy on the radio. I believe it was not Hot 90. Yeah, Hot 97 is where, and and she was on for just like 3 hours talking, literally just talking. No music, she was just talking, and everybody was listening to her. She had the #1 radio show. And so I think to avoid being on the show and being seen every day full body, if she was just sitting behind a desk, just talking on a podcast, whatever, giving her opinion, being Wendy, I think it would be a hit. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that she comes back and do something.
I hope so too.
Yeah,
I
right?
hope so too.
Yeah.
I miss the mess. He kept us in the phone, like, it was so
Like all the
boring about
drama?
her. Yes.
Yeah. And
Okay, so hold on. So we have somebody that says Wendy should. We have somebody who's not a fan of Wendy.
Stay
Why?
gone.
Somebody says,
Ooh,
"Stay
Truth
gone,
Bowl.
Wendy, from the Truth Bowl."
Stay gone. Like, whoa.
Why?
Whoa. Like,
Mm.
that's
Hey.
ooh. I mean, like everybody don't like Auntie Wendy, so you can't blame
That
them.
is
Like
true.
she rubs some people the wrong way,
She
She's
does.
stirring up the pot.
She does.
And I like
She
it.
does. She does.
Exactly.
All right, Serge, what's next on the
And
what's
so,
next?
so we will be talking about Sweetie Pies, Tim Norman. You know the guy from the show Sweetie Pies, used to come on with Miss Robbie.
Yes.
Her, I believe it's her son.
For the one
Right.
for the one with the big hips.
Legs and hips.
Hips and
Body.
body. Wow. Yeah. Be gone, Tim. Be
Yeah.
gone.
Like, whoa, like, yeah. So
Yes.
he just got life in prison
And
for
it's the one on the right. Yes.
yes, for the hired assassination of his own nephew.
His
Literally.
nephew died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He put a hit out on him. He put a hit out on his nephew for what was it, $300,000 or $400,000?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Own family.
And like the worst thing about this whole story is the nephew. It was his brother
Mm-hmm.
who was also killed years ago, and that was his only son. So that was his only child, only son
Wow.
from his deceased brother, who he had murdered. Like
Wow.
for 300,000. You on a TV show on Oprah's network. You have all of these restaurants, and you needed $300,000 that bad. That's just.
Does he have any drug issues, Tim? Did we hear anything like that? Like, why would somebody do something like that? Does he have issue with drugs, addiction, anything?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
But what a lot of people don't know is he was originally in prison. I can't remember what he was in prison for, but he got out.
Okay.
And then that's when they were doing the reality show. He had just gotten out
Oh.
of prison. I don't know what he was in there for, but I mean, of course
He
it
missed
was-
it, Serge. He missed it. Them hips need to go back. That's
Well-
he missed it. So
well,
he had to
now-
do
listen.
something where he's permanently in there.
Listen,
And now
listen.
he's permanently in there.
He's
Life.
permanently in there for life. He's lucky he didn't get the death penalty, but
Right. That's
but
so
yeah.
sad.
So yay, he's gone. I mean, I feel bad for his mom, Miss Robbie. 'Cause
Yeah.
she was
Mhm.
sweet and everything, but he's just oof.
A
Out of
lot.
control.
Yeah, that's really bad. But yeah, he's gone, and so we are moving right along.
Yes.
What are we doing next, Cerone?
We're gonna do a little bit of this one is a little bit sad.
Mhm.
Right about now, we're going to talk about briefly about the 4 Americans that got kidnapped. 2 of them was found dead in Mexico, and the
Yeah.
other 2
Yeah.
were actually rescued.
Yeah.
And that is really sad. And this goes back to what we're talking about on the
Yeah.
last show about getting these surgeries done in these countries. Yes, it was a case of mistaken identity, you know what I'm saying? But was it worth it?
Mm-mm.
Like, I didn't even realize, and all jokes aside, not even being funny about this, whatever the case may be, but they drove from South Carolina
Wow.
over the border to Mexico for one of them to have a tummy tuck.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, they drove from South Carolina to Mexico for a tummy tuck. Like, that is
Yeah.
just insane to me. And this is what, like you said, Cerone, we talked about
Mhm.
last week. Just save your money and get it done in the United States. Get it done. Not saying that something can't go wrong here.
True, but at
Well,
least you have
you're
some kind of a surety.
The risk was greater in Mexico.
Thank you.
The risk
Thank
was
you.
really
Thank you.
great.
And then
It
you
was.
drove. You literally drove to Mexico and crossed the border. Like, no,
Right.
for a tummy tuck. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
it just wasn't worth it.
It
And
wasn't.
and I believe one of the guys, I don't know if it was one of them who died or not, was literally saying before he left, I think his wife or girlfriend was saying, he was telling everybody, the people who were going, that it was a bad idea.
Wow.
He was like, this is a bad idea. I don't think we should go, but I'll go with you guys.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's sad. That's really,
Yeah.
truly sad.
Mm-mm.
Praying
It's
for their
really sad.
family.
yes.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah,
two of them made it back home. So we're definitely happy for that. But rest in peace to the 2 who didn't make it.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. We're going to move on to something a little bit more fun, a little bit more excited. And I actually do love this. So, for those of you in the comments, I'm going to ask for y'all to chime in like you always do. And this is a would you rather. So, we're going to have our guest, Heidi, answer first. Then, Serge, I'm going to ask
Mhm.
you. And then, for those of you in the comments, chime in as you like. Would you rather be forced to live the same day over and over again for a full year, or take 3 years off the end of your life? One more time.
Mhm.
Would you rather be forced to live the same day over for a full year, or take 3 years off the end of your life?
And who's going first?
Heidi, the guest.
Okay, Heidi. Okay.
That's too easy. I'll
It's
live
easy
the
for me
same
too.
way. I could deal with it, but take 3 years. I don't even want to think about death. So I live the same thing, the same whatever
You
for
say
a
the same
year.
for a
Yeah.
year versus take 3 years off the end of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with her. Same thing for me. Like, there is no way I'm taking 3 years. First of all, I don't even know how many I got left now, so much less I'm not taking.
Give me all of them.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking. Yeah, no, that's easy. And
Okay.
to be quite honest, like, you didn't say what day. It could be a really good day that I don't mind
True.
reliving.
True.
Right?
Okay.
Right. So yeah, that's easy. I'm taking that, Cerone. That's easy.
Okay. Well, we have some folks in the comments and who differ a little bit. So
Mhm.
let's see what True Dakota
Love
said.
over and
Love
over.
or live
Aw.
over and over for the same day.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, hey, you
Nope.
see?
Everybody's saying the same thing. Same
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
Over and over. Let's see what Braxton66 said. The same day over. And we have Tiffany that says same day over as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so live the same day over and
John
over.
said, I already do the same routine daily. So right,
No change.
get up and go to work.
Already do the same routine daily.
No change.
Get up and go to work and come back home. Pretty much, right?
Okay.
All right. So I got a question for you. Same thing. Like, what would
Okay.
you we're doing what would you rather, right?
Yes. What would you
Okay,
rather?
so this is the guest first. And if you don't know one of these people, then
Mhm.
you don't have to answer. But
Okay.
Uh-oh.
would you rather switch lives with Donald Trump or Candace Owens?
Who's Candace Owens again?
Oh my
Who's
God.
Candace Owens again?
So Candace Owens
go ahead,
is this
Cerone.
interesting woman, black
Interesting.
woman who is far right.
Okay.
Aw,
So that's
is
easy.
out there
out
close
there.
to Donald Trump, who is she's like all the way right. She's nowhere close to being black,
Okay.
remotely being black.
Does she support Donald Trump? Is she one of his supporters?
Wholehearted. She hugs and
Okay.
kisses him and wraps her arms around him like daily, every single word.
So I'm gonna be
Anything that
Donald
she
Trump.
say,
I'm gonna be Donald Trump, and I'm gonna change all these people's views. I'm gonna line them up and make America great
That's a good
again
one.
on my terms.
You're gonna really make America great again, right?
On my terms. So give me Donald
Cerone?
Trump.
Okay.
Cerone,
I'll be-
Candace Owens or Donald Trump?
Whew. So I like none of them. But before I answer my question,
Nope. You gotta pick one. You
I
gotta
gotta
pick.
pick one, Cerone.
I'm gonna choose, but for the record, I don't.
Nope, we don't
None of
need to
them.
know the record. We don't need to know the record.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Fine.
say this, but I'm not gonna say too loud.
Donald Trump. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Let
it.
me just say this is easy for me. It's gonna be Donald Trump because if I'm gonna be a douche, I'm gonna be we don't even know if he's rich technically,
That's
but
true.
he has resources, he has privilege, and he has
Yep.
access. And so
And he
I'm
stays
gonna be-
true. He stays true, Serge. That's one person that stays the asshole. You know what
listen,
you're
yes.
getting.
exactly. And so
He
you
stays
know
the
what you're
asshole.
getting, you know, and he seemed to always get off. And so
And to be
Always.
honest with you, I am not a supporter of Mr. Donald Trump. I didn't
Oh,
vote
no,
for him.
not
I did
even-
none of
not
that.
even-
But
not
I'll say
even-
something
Exactly.
real. The
Mhm.
most money I ever got in my life was when that man was in power. Money was just flowing. Military. I swear. People not gonna like that. But for some
But
reason.
you do know that they always say, and we see in the comment section when it comes to you in a second, but they do say that those in the military do more than likely benefit from a Republican government more than a Democratic government.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've been in
saw that.
the military for like 13 years myself, coming up this year, and I've seen that even though, you know what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
I'm still not with them. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's go to the comment section. So most people so back to the previous one, Melvin said that he will take off the years. So we have the truth bull say Donald Trump. We got John who say, Trump. We got somebody says Candace Owens. Okay, True Ducati. More power to
Hey,
you.
more power.
More power to you. And we got John who says
She's a female Kanye.
That is
I gotta look her
100%
up.
correct. When she
what
speaks, she irks your nerves.
Yeah.
Candy.
Wait.
Irks it.
Wait, I'm trying to figure out why Tammy disappointed. What I do? Who said that? What I do?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what I did.
Yeah. So True Ducati says she comes with the facts. Okay. That's very
I'm trying to figure
subjective.
out what I did. I'm trying to figure out what I did. I ain't even say
Braxton
nothing.
66 said that's a hard one, Candies. It said, but I don't like her neither. Okay, let's see the last one. What he said. I picked Donald Trump because he has money and Secret Service, but I love Candace Owens. Not everything she says is true, but a lot of what she speaks are facts. Subjective.
Can we get the Trupo's IP address so I can find out who that is who said they like Candace Owens?
Thank you all very much for your comments. We really appreciate it. The interaction makes the show goes a lot smoother. So that was really great, by the way. Great conversation.
Just for the record, I do not like Donald Trump or Candace Owens.
Yes.
For the record, I do not like either one of them.
Yeah.
So moving right along. I need to make sure.
Okay. So what's going on with Shaka Khan?
Oh, Auntie Shaka. She put her foot in her mouth. She went off the rails on an interview. I believe this was a Billboard 100 greatest singers of all time, and she didn't like where she was placed on the list. And of course, the interviewer was being messy and started naming people above her. And dear old Auntie Shaka can't keep her mouth shut.
No, she can't.
When he started saying people who were ahead of her, she just pretty much went off. So she went off on Mariah Carey. She went off on Adele. She went off on Mary J. Blige. Like she just went.
Mary J.
But all of them are really good singers.
She was not here for none of them being placed above her. Now, did she have a point? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And everyone who knows me knows I'm a huge, Mary J. Blige is my favorite singer ever. Everyone who knows me knows this, right? I would put Shaka above her. If we're talking about singers, just singers, I would put Shaka and longevity, I would put Shaka above Mary.
Yeah, but well, that's kind of like a no-brainer right there. Because Shaka's vocal ability, even when she was doing drugs, was still good. And even when she wasn't doing drugs, the vocal ability was up there. So that's kind of like a little bit of a no-brainer.
Now, Mariah Carey, she wasn't getting me with Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey deserved she deserved where she was. I think Mariah Carey was number 5. Say what you want to about Mariah Carey in the 90s and the 2000s. Mariah Carey was up there with Whitney Houston. Her voice
and it's the consistency too, I think. Because Shaka Khan, when was the last time she did like a Christmas album like Mariah Carey does? She's still, relevant.
First of all, let's talk about Shaka. If we're going to be really true about Shaka, a lot of people are not about to say when they did the verses the other day, a couple months ago. Who brought that whole versus battle? Stephanie, right? Wasn't it Stephanie that brought battle?
Of course.
Like she was either high or drunk or a combination of both. Because she was just slurring her words and she wasn't doing anything.
That's sad.
Vocal ability, Shaka is been there, done that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
and Adele, I can
respect.
Yeah, I can see how she was upset about Adele. Adele is pretty new, although Adele has a good voice. She has a big voice, but Adele is pretty new. And so I can see how she would be upset about Adele, right?
Was Whitney on the list?
Whitney was like number.
She was upset about Whitney too?
No, she wasn't upset about Whitney.
Oh.
She wasn't upset about
Whitney. Because Auntie Shaka was about to dismiss you.
Oh, yeah. No. No. She knew better than to mess with Whitney. She knew. Although we have a story coming up about Whitney soon. So
before we go, a lot of people are having varying opinions.
Okay.
They said, what did Tammy said? I'm disappointed in you, sir.
Well, that's why I was like, I wonder what I did. That was from the last one. I'm like, what I do? See, I ain't even do nothing.
Okay, some folks said was Auntie Johnson, Auntie was hot. You know what? That
She probably
so true.
was.
She probably was, And Serge, you may not like this one, but Truth Bowl said Mary J is not a singer.
What is she?
Find that IP for me, please. Somebody find that IP. Find out who this is.
Mary J. No.
Truth Bowl, I thank you very much for your opinion.
Yeah.
And we'll keep it at that.
But moving right along. Next question.
But Chaka was flat on her own and Mary sung it better. Yeah. Yeah. Some people, what Brandon said.
Chaka do is screams.
Now she's probably was high.
Okay, hold on now. Old Shaka, all she does is scream. But back in the day, Shaka would sing her face off. Hold on now. I gotta take up for old school Shaka now. Like, ho.
Yes.
Mary J. Blige is horrible. Oh, find out behind the scenes, my tech person, find out who this Truth Bowl is, because I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this Mary J. Blige slander that's going on.
You know what? We're going to move on, and we are going to go to CeCe Winans.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go to gospel legend CeCe Winans. Yeah.
And so,
talk to us about that.
This just boils my blood, right? So,
yes.
So CeCe Winans was doing an interview, and they were talking about Whitney Houston, and CeCe proceeds to say, "Oh, you probably don't know this, but Whitney Houston asked me to be in the I'm Every Woman video, but I told her no, I didn't want to do that." And so then, of course, the interview was like, "Wow, why would you turn down Whitney? She was one of your good friends." And she proceeds to say, because that song I'm Every Woman is demonic. And he was like, huh? Like, where did you get that from? So she proceeds to say, have you ever listened to the first sentence in the song? I can cast a spell.
CeCe, you need to meet with the 12 disciples and have a good conversation, because you're not even going to see God. We're starting with the disciples for you. What's wrong with her?
Yeah, she doesn't she's a singer, so you think that she would know how to put word. I can cast a spell like it's a figure of speech. It's not a thing I'm gonna now. If she said that I want to go down to see the devil and play with him and have whatever, but I can cast a spell so you can do some. CeCe, have several seats.
What I didn't like about it, what really upset me about it, was that Whitney Houston has been gone for like over a decade. This was supposed to be your friend.
Yes.
You didn't have to tell that story. One, no one knew that story. You didn't have to tell that story. But more importantly, what does that say about you? If you're supposed to be good friends with this person, so you think your good friend is singing demonic songs? You know what I mean? Why would you think your good friend would sing those type of songs, right? First of all, knowing who Whitney Houston was, right? And so why would you be friends with someone if that's what you thought? Right. That's what bothered me about it. It was like, so were you not really friends with her? Because I'm not going to be friends with someone who I think is like, you know what I mean?
Because you have to remember that Whitney was always the bigger, obviously, singer. Yeah. And they were, her and BB were the one that were coming up. So she was helping them along the way. So they wouldn't have badmouthed her then. But now that she's not here to defend herself, they can say whatever that they want to say.
Can we dismiss her till she does a formal apology?
Well, I'm not being mean or funny, but she kind of been dismissed, because what have you gotten from BB or CeCe?
Actually,
then Serge, officially.
Hold on now.
Go ahead, tell me.
A few years ago, she won a couple Grammys for her album that did really well.
Okay.
Her last two albums, like, put truth on the table.
Okay.
She's been doing
she was
her
the only
thing.
one competing though.
No.
Who else was competing?
You had reputable
Like,
artists, gospel artists. I can't remember off the top of
Wait.
my head right now, but there were some reputable people, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But sometimes she just needs to know when to say things and when not to
Yeah.
say certain things.
Yeah. But
You know
if
what I'm
we're gonna
saying?
talk about it, and some people may not agree, one of my
Mhm.
favorite all-time songs is a song she sung with her brother, Addicted Love. That is one of my
Yes.
favorite all-time songs. I love it. I play it in the car all the time.
Mhm.
For the longest, I thought that was an R&B song.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
so you were okay, right? You were okay tricking us into thinking that that like that Addicted Love was an R&B song, right? You were okay with using like the melodies of an R&B song, which they call the
Right.
devil's music, right? But
Mhm.
you're like feeling a certain type of way because of the lyrics says I can cast a spell. Like I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying her or that whole story. I just think she just wanted to have something to say because again, no one knew that. She could have just kept it to herself. Like no one would
Yeah.
ever known that, right? And so to like say something like that about somebody who's supposed to be your friend who's been gone for over a decade, it's disgusting. And I would have never said that. Like I would never gave the impression or the insinuation that
Mhm.
a friend of mine was singing songs that I thought, you know what I mean, were like
Yeah.
demonic or something. Like it just didn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what the comments say. Patrick say sounds like my old-fashioned neighbors that wouldn't let their kids go trick-or-treating and called it devil worship. We wasn't going to worship the devil at 8 years old. We were out
Okay.
getting free candy. But it's true.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
so
Wow.
true. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. Again, she was entitled to her beliefs. She
Right.
just could have kept it to herself. No one knew
Mhm.
that. You didn't have to say that
Yeah.
about your supposed to be
Let's
friend who's been
protect her
gone for
brand. She
years,
probably
right?
seemed
Yeah.
distant to her,
So
but
the
to
Yeah.
say that in
so the
public.
truth, yeah, the truth bowl says she's a Christian singer who has to protect her brand. She probably sings it in the shower.
In the
But
shower.
won't say that in public.
I like Truth Bowl. I like Truth Bowl. Whoever that
Don't
is.
worry. We're gonna find out his IP. We're gonna find it out, and then we're gonna let you know who that is.
Who the truth bowl is.
I know who the truth bowl is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's pretty good though. All
So
right.
CC is getting donkey of the day.
Yeah.
We're gonna
The
steal
donkey of the
Charlemagne the
day.
God.
The
She's getting
don
donkey of the day.
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Quick note. Shaka Khan did apologize for those statements about
Oh, she
Adele
did?
marriage. She
Okay.
apologized.
That's
Yeah, she
good.
apologized. She
That's
said she
good.
shouldn't have said it and how, she should, people should, women should stand up for other women and blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. So Auntie Shaka did apologize. Just want to point
Okay, that's good.
that
That's
was our
good to
legal
know.
note. Sarone, that was our legal note we got.
Yes, thank you for the legal note. Right. So we're going to switch it up real quick. And we're gonna go to one of my other ones that I love to do is a what would you do
What would you
situation.
do?
What
Okay.
What would
would
you?
you
Can I actually
do?
start this out? I want to
Yes,
start out.
go
What would
ahead.
you
Go
do?
ahead.
I have an interesting one.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with Heidi.
Mm-hmm.
So Heidi,
Mm-hmm.
what would you do in this situation? You are walking down the street.
Mm-hmm.
You see a man holding a child, a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's screaming, "You are not my daddy. Put me down."
Mm.
What do you do?
I think I'm gonna go intervene, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go intervene. Like,
Oh,
excuse me,
that's
what's
tricky.
going on? Is that your daughter?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
So
I'll do that.
you think you would intervene?
I think I would walk up and be
Okay.
like, excuse me, is that your daughter? What's going on? Or maybe I'll say, what's going on? Is she okay?
Yeah,
Try to let it to see what's
Yeah.
going on. I wouldn't say the daughter part. Hey, what's going on? Is she okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just to see.
Cerone? Okay, that's interesting. Cerone, why are you looking like that? Cerone's like, I'm minding my damn business. And I'm going home.
Because in this day and age, you just never know.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, because it could be her uncle that's playing with her and say, "You're not my daddy, put me down." Blah, blah, blah. Or it could legitimately be somebody trying to kidnap her.
yeah,
So you just don't know
Yeah.
what to do. I would
Yeah.
intervene, but I'll intervene
Yeah.
from afar though,
Yeah.
you know, and then I'd probably like, if I realize something ain't right, I would take a picture,
yeah,
you know, of the individual with the child. If
Yeah.
they run away, if I approach them, and then I'll call the police and then I'll give them that information. You know what I'm saying? And that would be, but that's a very tricky one.
Yeah. People are
That's
crazy.
because you never know in this day and age.
Yeah.
People are a little bit funny.
Yeah.
you know, and you could call on the wrong thing, and then you're like, "What? No, that's just how she plays." I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah.
You would never know. All right. So let me do my what would you do? Okay. Okay. I will let me go here. What would you do if oh, interesting. What would you do if you were told you could never leave the house again?
Me or Serge?
Let's go with Serge.
Say that again.
What would you do if you were told you could never leave the house? You're not leaving
Wow.
the house at
Well,
all.
you know, I'm analytical. Why would I be told I couldn't leave the house?
Because you couldn't.
What would I?
There's something happening outside. If you go outside, you're gonna die. Like if
Okay.
you like if you open your eyes outside your house, you're gonna die.
Okay. Oh well, I mean, well, oh, okay. So this is actually easy for me. I would be perfectly fine. If anyone knows me, knows I'm a homebody. I don't go out much anyway.
Mhm.
So, with the exception of feeling the sun on my face, I do love the sun. I love like
Mhm.
I love like the sun rays. With the exception of that, I really wouldn't care. I have my TV, I have my internet, I have my cell phone, I have movies, I have the ID channel. I'm good. Like as long as I can have whatever food I wanted and like access to like whatever TV and the internet. I mean, like I said, I would miss the sun, but I wouldn't like, oh my God, I'm dying in here type of thing. You know.
But
You
what
would-
about okay? Let me go to Heidi before I say something.
So for me, I'm a homebody myself. With
Okay.
Uber Eats, you could order your groceries. Come on, you can order anything to be delivered to your house.
Mhm.
The only thing is, I don't know. Can I open my door to pick up this Uber Eats?
Because you said you can't go outside, but can they like
Yeah.
throw it in your doorway?
Yeah.
Like
What's
Can
the
they
if I
be?
could get Uber Eats groceries, I'm good. I don't need to be outside, honestly. The sun, I'm with you, Serge. I gotta get a little bit of sunshine because you know that
Sun
vitamin
rays.
D is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
With
But
how the world is right now, you could order everything you need and get it in your house.
So what's happening with your social interaction skills?
This is
Like,
what we're
you go
doing right
out.
here.
right
This
here,
right here.
Zoom and podcasts and yep. Because let's be honest, if you think about it, Cerone, what is this metaverse thing? Everything is going to be metaverse. You're going to put that thing on your head and be going out to lunch and dinner with your friends through metaverse, right? You're not going to even be going outside at some point.
Well, actually, we all did this because it's called the COVID, the pandemic.
Well, yeah, exactly. And so think about it, right? At one point, we were literally scared to go outside, right? It was like, I ain't going outside, right? I'm chilling. And so that's why I said that it really wouldn't be all that difficult at this point because of COVID and stuff. It wouldn't be all that difficult.
Okay. Ooh, so let me ask you all: do you all think Chris Rock went too far?
Well, this is easy for me because we talked about this around. I've never liked Chris Rock. I'm not a Chris Rock fan. When he got smacked, I really didn't care.
What?
I didn't care. Like I
That
was
smack didn't do anything for you?
did not care one bit. I was fully on Will Smith. So I smacked the hell out of him. And
What?
I didn't watch the special because I don't do Chris Rock, but from what I heard, he said it will be on site again. Will Smith need to smack his ass again. The next time he see him on site, smack him again. Because I already told you to keep my wife's name out your mouth, and then you want to do a whole show, I'm smacking you again.
But wait a second. But okay, so I was able to catch it and everything, and apparently, you know, he was the one that was there to help him to get through when the tabloids and everyone was talking crap about Will Smith. Say, hey, don't worry about it. You're going to be okay. You know, I'm here for you, like pretty much as a friend, as a brother. And then for him to do what he did in public, and I think that was but he did went in on Will Smith. If you should ever get a chance to watch it, please don't have kids in the room.
But you know what? let me also say this about this whole Chris Rock and Will Smith thing that a lot of people do not know. It wasn't just Chris Rock was saying something that one night. Chris Rock has been going in on Jada for years. He's always been saying slick comments about Jada. He's for some reason why. Like I don't know if he wanted to holler at her at some point and she said no. But he's been going in on her for years. And one day, Will Smith ran into her
Okay.
and ran into him and was like, stop talking about my wife. It's not funny anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they got on that platform, and Chris Rock took that moment to stand in all front of the white people and say, I'm going to talk about her in front of you on national TV in front of all these white folks. Will Smith was fed up. Exactly. And Will Smith was like, okay, because you think I'm joking, I'm going to show you I'm not joking. And he got up there and first of all, let me just say, I don't even like Jada Pinkett. I do not like her at all. But I'm all for Will Smith defending his wife when Chris Rock seems to always have like something bad to say about her. Stop talking about my wife. Stop talking about whoever. I'm going to smack you too. Period.
Well,
period.
Was Chris Rock's career
on a downward spiral?
Actually, no.
Was he going? Everything was good because
everything was level. It was good.
This kind of brought him up again, didn't it? It kind of.
Oh yes, because according to we're gonna get to the comment section, but according to some reports that I was reading, that this is a 2-part thing, and the entire deal is $40 million. So apparently he got 20 million already for what he just did this past week, and it's live. So he's making bank from this Netflix deal. You know what I'm saying? And as I said, if you have kids, don't watch this with your kids because he does not hold back. A lot of MFs, a lot of Fs, and the U, and now there were some good jokes in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell a lie. But it was also a more fact-based comedy thing. But he did not hold back at all. Let's go to the comment section. Let's see what they said. Braxton said, Serge, I'm never a fan of Chris Rock comedy, so I'm sure I will not watch his comedy special. Okay, we got some folks who agree with you. Agree with you, Serge. Christian said he did when he kept calling Jada that word and that part. So it's cool. And the Truth Bowl is back. Well, took his anger out for Jada and Chris. Will is a coward and needs help.
Did we find that IP address?
I don't know who this Truth Bowl is, but for this particular one, I will agree with this point. But for the rest of the comments,
it is on site. I'm smacking Chris Rock, the brothers, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Like, if you got Rock in your name, you getting smacked up. Like, period. You getting smacked up like on site. Like, for what you said in this comedy special, is on every time I see you. Like, you're gonna be making comedy specials after comedies because I'm gonna smack you every time I see you. I'm from New York. Sorry.
Always fighting. Always.
We're almost out of time. We're almost out of time.
That was quick.
And I want to get to this. Our underappreciated artist recognition goes to Leon Preston Robinson. Before we show the picture, Heidi, do you know who this person is?
I do not.
You sure?
Hold on. Hold on, though. Before you put the picture up, I'm just going to say this, and then people may know. This is Cynthia Bailey from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, her baby daddy.
So this is his legal name.
See?
This is his legal name.
Yeah.
He's a singer?
No, he's an actor.
Remember the 5 Heartbeats?
The 5 Heartbeats, The Temptations, Cool Run-Ins.
He's so cool, though, and just so unproblematic and just
so he's an actor. Like, a lot of people see the name and like, oh, I remember that guy. You know, so a little background, he's of Jamaican descent, and today is his birthday.
Happy birthday, Leon.
You know, and he's 62.
61.
Sorry, 61.
He does not age. Or Cynthia. They need to get back together.
I know, right?
So he's 61. Today's his birthday. So if anyone know him, show him this podcast and tell him that we have 2 Jamaicans to send him a big shout out on his 61st birthday. So if he's a Jamaican descent and he lived in Jamaica 3 to 4 months out of the year, and for 10 years before he landed the role in Cool Runnings, would answer to his nickname Ackee and Saltfish. If any of you all know what that is, that's a national dish in Jamaica that pretty much everybody eats.
Yeah. Tammy,
So
you are
really good.
absolutely right. I forgot he was in Waiting to Exhale. I forgot
Yes,
he
he
was
was.
also. I forgot about that. He was in Waiting to
Yes,
Exhale. Yeah.
he was.
It was a good movie.
He
Yeah.
was waiting to excel. So that is our underappreciated artist
Yes.
of the day. So because
Yes.
oftentimes we see artists and we're like, we don't remember their name, and oftentimes they're the ones who don't get recognized.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
always see this recycle the
Yeah.
same black
Yeah.
artist. Nothing wrong with that. But there are other artists too who've been doing the thing
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a long period of time.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
really good. Heidi, it's been an
I
hour.
know.
This
It
was
went
good.
by
That was fun.
fast.
Yes,
I know it
it's
did.
an hour.
There was so much stuff we didn't even get to, Cerone.
Exactly. We did
Next
not
week.
get to it
Next week. Ladies
at
and gentlemen,
all.
we actually have 2 more shows left for the season. And so definitely stay tuned for our last 2 shows.
Yes.
And so, yeah, we appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, listen,
Yeah,
somebody
okay.
said something else before we go. What he said, I'm with Serge on this. He should get smacked again. I haven't
See,
seen
I'm
it,
trying to tell you.
and I don't
I'm trying to
care.
tell you.
Emmanuel.
I'm trying to tell you. On
Yeah, he
site.
should. On site.
On site every
Mm-mm-mm.
time. On site. I don't care where we at. On site.
All right, Heidi, before we go, tell the people how they can reach
Yes.
you and follow you along and what,
So
and what you have coming up.
You could follow me on IG. So I have a lot of layering combos for the spring and summer. Don't miss out on that. I'm on
Okay.
IG Crembulee, CREMEBRULEE.
And it's right there on your screen too, so you can
Yes.
take a look at that too.
Mhm.
Yes. So
Thanks,
awesome,
y'all.
awesome.
This was good.
Yes, awesome. So thank you all again for tuning in and joining us. We appreciate it.
Yes.
You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, IG, straight up real talk _show, Serge and Cerone. You can go and follow it. And if you haven't, shame on you. Go follow
Definitely check us out on
Yes.
On Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and Google
Podcasts.
Also our
Yes.
website. Yes.
Yeah. So if you're driving, you can definitely hear this conversation while you're driving to work or to the gym. You never know, you could be working out too. So I want to thank Heidi for coming on and just sharing your time with us.
Definitely.
It was a
We
pleasure.
we'll definitely have you back season 2.
Yes, definitely, definitely. So
Yeah.
all right. Peace.
Yep. It's past my bedtime. I see you guys later.
Bye,
see you guys
y'all.
next week.
All right, bye.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to